Good evening, Mavericks and Bombers fans. Tonight we're starting a little bit earlier just because we have host family appreciation night here at Athletic Park, and we wanted to let you see all that. Lots of the parents watch the live streams, watch their boys play here in Medicine Hat. So tonight we're doing the host family appreciation night. You'll be able to see the host families that your boys are staying with walk onto the field with the players that they are hosting. Tonight, we have the 30-7 first place Western Major Baseball leading MHMavericks taking on the 6th place team in the Western Division, the Brooks Bombers. This is the 5th meeting of the season between the two teams, with the Mavericks currently holding a 3-1 series lead. The Bombers took the first game of the series winning 9-6, but the Mavericks have since rebounded, winning 13-5, 5-2, and recently 6-1. Mavericks catcher Colton Wright was recently named the Wimble Player of the Week. Wright had 10 hits, including 4 doubles. He also scored 4 runs and knocked in 10 RBI. Hopefully he can continue that pace to close out the rest of the season. Looks like we're about to get underway for the Mavericks host family appreciation night. Never mind, about 5 minutes away from whenever we introduce the host families here at Athletic Park. Mavericks come into this game 7-3 in their last 10 games and have lost 1 game in a row. The Mavericks have a 4.5 game lead over the second place Okotoks Dogs, who are 26-12. Brooks will be looking for a win tonight as they continue to fight for one of the final playoff spots. They are currently 11-28 and they're 2-8 in their last 10 games, also losing 1 in a row. Brooks' Riley McDonald has had one of the most remarkable individual seasons in the Western Major Baseball League history. McDonald has the Wimble record 20 home runs with 49 RBI on 50 hits this season, all while hitting .362. McDonald also has 37 runs and 13 doubles. Zach Lehman is also having a great year to play for the Bombers, hitting .313 this season with 52 hits, 30 runs, and 22 RBI. McDonald with that Wimble record 20 home runs on the season. He is not in the lineup tonight for the Bombers. For the Mavericks, league batting stats, Colton Wright is 6th in the league now in batting average with a .362. Carson Johnson is tied for the league lead in runs with 45. Salguero is 2nd in the league with 40 runs. Colton Wright is tied for 4th with 35 runs scored. Carson Johnson and Colton Wright are tied for 8th in the league in hits with 47. David Salguero, Nolan Radai, and Zach Gray are all tied for 2nd in the league with 12 doubles each. David Salguero is tied for 2nd in triples with 3, and David Vilches, Louis Canjura, and Jackson Hoagie are all tied for 3rd with 2. Colton Wright is in 4th in the league with 37 RBI, and he's also in 6th in the league with 6 home runs. And David Salguero is 3rd in the league in stolen bases with 20. Lots of top of the league stats for the Mavericks this season. For the pitching, Barry Kane sits in 1st in the league with 6 wins. Akanuma is in 2nd with 5, and Alex Defoe, Jared Livke are both tied for 3rd with 4 wins each. Tyler Shumpert is in 3rd in the league with 6 saves. Alex Defoe is in 8th in the league with a 2.19 ERA. Junpei Akanuma is in 10th with a 2.54 ERA, and Barry Kane, out of the bullpen, is 13th in the entire Wimble with a 2.65 ERA. Starting lineup for the visiting Brooks Bombers tonight. Batting first, number 1, second baseman Jakob Shields. Batting second for the Bombers, number 6, Connor Morrow, playing shortstop. And a DH for the Bombers, batting third, number 10, Connor Hilburn. And batting fourth for the Bombers this evening is number 23, Damian Rodriguez, playing right field. And in the 5 spot is number 2, Bryce O'Farrell. He's the 3rd baseman tonight for the Bombers. And in the 6th spot, it's Britt Logan, number 14, the left fielder. Batting 7th is the center fielder, number 7, Andrew Lego. And batting 8th, the first baseman, number 35, Lane Fleming. And in the 9th spot, it's Lino Figueroa, number 31, the catcher. And on the mound tonight for the Bombers is number 13, Juan Carrion. And for the home team, the MHMavericks starting lineup, batting first, the center fielder, number 2, David Salguero. And batting second, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson. And the 3 spot is number 25, Colton Wright, the catcher. And batting fourth, DHing tonight, is number 31, Zach Gray. Batting fifth is number 20, Sal Rodriguez, the first baseman. And batting sixth for the Mavericks, number 1, Nolan Radai, the second baseman. Third baseman and batting seventh tonight is number 4, Louis Canjura. And batting eighth is number 9, Jordan Dre, playing right field tonight. And in the 9th spot is the left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie. And on the mound for your Mavericks is number 26, Matt Brooks. The players and the host family is about to be introduced to the field, so we'll be back in a couple minutes. Listen in for your player and his host family. And the game will be starting in about 15 to 20 minutes.
On field for our host family appreciation presentation. We would like to take this time to thank all the families who graciously take time out of their summer to host, care for, and be the families of our players who do not have their families here while they're here playing and they're gone. It's like they're home away from home. So please put your hands together as I introduce our host families and their players that they took under their wing this summer. Pat Weisgerber, host family for number 8, Connor Green. The Janitors host family for number 31, Zach Gray, and number 26, Matt Brooks. Joanne Barassa hosting number 13, Sean Cruz, and number 14, Tyler Shumpert. The Frasers hosting number 18, Jackson Hoagie. The King Hunters hosting number 17, Junior Pimentel, and number 10, Jonathan Smitty. Deanne and Blair Keith hosting number 25, Colton Wright. The Bellavances hosting number 5, Carson Johnson, and number 27, David Vilches. The Dan Ross family hosting number 20, Sal Rodriguez, and number 6, Jamin Cervantes. The Hubin family hosting number 16, Michael Kahn. Karen Gooden hosting number 29, Alex Defoe. Joyce Dick and Cindy Ratai hosting number 1, Nolan Ratai, and number 9, Jordan Dre. The Hanson family hosting number 2, David Salguero, number 4, Louis Canjura, and number 19, Jumpe Akinuma. And to those host families that could not be here tonight, number 15, Reed Odland, and number 12, Ryan Chanskowski, hosted by Tammy Willis. Number 7, Barry King, hosted by Ken and Lynn Martin. Number 11, Julian Lee, hosted by the Kenny family. Number 21, Jared Litkey, hosted by the Heesum family. And of course, the families of our hometown boys, number 23, Nathan Stark, and number 30, Alex Andres. Without the host families, we know that we cannot do this job, and the players definitely appreciate all that you do for them during the summer league here at Madison Hat. So once again, fans, to our host families, thank you very much for making this a great baseball team experience. this time, if I could call Dot Hansen on the cordless mic to make a special presentation. Dot, the mic's all yours, Dot. Just turn it on and speak, Dot. He's up in the press box here, Dot.
Okay, we'll get Dawson later. And we have one important guy that runs this whole thing, and if it wasn't for him, you fans wouldn't have anything to do but stir up trouble in the city. And that, so you come to the ball game, enjoy it, and I'd like Greg to come on up.
Mic's on. Mic's on.
On behalf of the Mavericks, we would also like to thank Dot Hansen and Keith Hansen for all that they do for us and for these beautiful baseball roses.
All right, fans, are you ready for some baseball? We got the home stretch coming down here. We got about a week, 10 days worth of baseball left before the playoffs.
Thank you for sticking around through our presentation. Host Family Appreciation Night here at Athletic Park. Tonight we have the MHMavericks and the Brooks Bombers. On the mound for the Bombers, Juan Carrion. Carrion's making his 5th appearance of the season and his 4th start. Through 3 starts, he has 1 complete game. He's pitched 23 and a third innings. He's given up 21 hits, 12 runs, only 7 runs earned. He's walked 8 batters and struck out 18. He has a 2-1 record with a 2.10 ERA. And for the Mavericks, it's Matt Brooks back on the mound. He's making his 6th appearance for the Mavericks this season and his 5th start. Through 5 appearances, he's thrown 26 innings, giving up 26 hits, only 11 runs, and 10 of them earned. He's only walked 5 batters and has 29 strikeouts. Matt has a 3-0 record with a 2.69 ERA.
One of the players with today's player of the game, courtesy of Booster Juice. This player is one of the players that stood out last home game. Would you please give a cheer for today's player of the game, number 27, David Vilches.
Mavericks had a 3-game road trip this past week where they went to Brooks and won 6-1, and then they went to Edmonton and lost 7-6 before they got rained out on the second night of a doubleheader. That game that got rained out is going to be played here at Athletic Park next week on July 25th when the Prospects come here to play in the final home game at Athletic Park of the season. The makeup game will be played at 5 p.m. before the regular scheduled 7:05 p.m. game will be picking up from the bottom of the 4th where we left off in Edmonton on Wednesday. Tonight's starting lineup for the Mavericks, David Salguero, who's hitting .284 this year with 44 hits and 40 runs. And then Carson Johnson, who's hitting .341 with 47 hits and 45 runs. Colton Wright, hitting .362, leads the Mavericks with 46 hits and 35 runs. Zach Gray is hitting .316 with 37 hits, 31 runs. Sal Rodriguez is hitting .330, 35 hits and 24 runs to his name. Nolan Radai is hitting .314 with 38 hits and 26 runs. Louis Canjura is hitting .283, 41 hits and 31 runs. Jordan Dre is hitting .359. His bat's been on fire as of late with 23 hits and 22 runs. And lastly, Jackson Hoagie, who's hitting .280 this season with 21 hits and 12 runs so far. Colton Wright has 6 home runs. Jordan Dre has 4. Sal Rodriguez also has 4. And Zach Gray has 3 on the year. David Vilches, who's not in the lineup this evening, has 4 home runs as well. Those are the home run leaders for the Mavericks. Connor Morrow and Damian Rodriguez in the lineup for the Brooks have been leading the bats for the Bombers. Morrow hitting .327. He has 37 hits and 29 runs so far this year. And Damian Rodriguez, who's hitting .298, also has 37 hits but has 24 runs. We're about to get underway here at Athletic Park in just under 10 minutes. We'll be back when we get underway for first pitch here at Athletic Park.
Baseman number 4, Louis Canjura. The right fielder number 9, Jordan Dre, batting 8. And riding on the batting order, the left fielder number 18, Jackson Hoagie. Today's starting pitcher for the Mavericks, number 26, Matt Brooks. Head coach, Andrew Murphy. Assistants, Phelan Latini and Kyle Swan. At this time, fans, could you please stand and remove your hats and join Victoria Filbert in the singing of O Canada. Thank you very much, Victoria. Fans, I direct your attention to the pitcher's mound, and let's welcome Ray on behalf of Safety Net Training Services to throw up the first pitch.
All right, fans, we are about to get underway here at Athletic Park. Tonight, the 30-7 MHMavericks take on the 11-28 Brooks Bombers. Mavericks are 7-3 in their last 10 and have lost 1 in a row. Brooks are 2-8 in their last 10 and have also lost 1 in a row.
Now, Ray, don't throw it now. All right, Rays.
Matt Brooks on the mound for the Mavericks tonight. And the defense behind Brooks looks like Colton Wright playing catcher. Louis Canjura on third base. Carson Johnson playing shortstop, and Nolan Radai on second. Sal Rodriguez is on first. Jackson Hoagie is out in left field with David Salguero playing center and Jordan Dre playing right field. Zach Gray is DHing for the Mavericks.
Supposed to be clear skies all the way through tonight's game.
Top of the order coming up here for the Bombers here in the first inning. Batting first is Jakob Shields, followed by Connor Morrow and Connor Hilburn. Shields is batting .252 this season with 27 hits and 25 runs to his name. Shields has 1 home run and 8 RBI. Connor Morrow is batting .327 with 37 hits, 29 runs, 5 home runs, and 21 RBI. And then Connor Hilburn is batting .229 with 8 hits, 3 runs, and 6 RBI this season. First pitch is just about to get underway here with Matt Brooks on the mound for the Mavericks.
The first inning brought to you by Minuteman Press, the official design and first sponsor of the Mavericks.
Jakob Shields steps up to the batter's box now, the second baseman for the Bombers.
For the Brooks Bombers leading off, the second baseman number 1, Jacob Shields.
Owned by the old Mexican Mennonite pronunciations of Jacob, is what you're doing?
I think that's what it is, it's Jakob Shields.
Okay, whatever floats your boat, buddy.
First pitch is in from Brooks. And it's down low. It's a 1-0 count. Second pitch up high. 2-0 count to start the game. And Shields fouls one off. Inside fastball from Brooks makes it a 2-1 count. Two and one at the plate. Brooks with the fourth pitch. And it's down the middle. Shields is going to hit this one towards Rodriguez on first base. Brooks covers, and it's 3-1 for the first out of the game. Connor Morrow, the shortstop for the Bombers, steps up to the plate now with nobody on and 1 out. Brooks retires the leadoff batter in 4 pitches. See what he can do here against Morrow, hitting .327. Highest average in the lineup tonight for the Bombers. First pitch of the at-bat, and Morrow will swing right through. Makes it count 0-1. Brooks gets ahead for the first time this game. Pitch way inside. Backs Morrow off the plate. Makes it count 1-1. 1-1 count. And they're going to call it a strike at the plate. Makes it 1-2. Morrow can't check his swing.
See the highlights TSN. I saw this today. So I don't know what's did you see that? The home plate umpire.
1 ball, 2 strikes at the plate. 1 out already for the Bombers. And this was going to be ripped high in the air to left field. Jackson Hoagie gets under it. And Morrow is retired. Fly out to left field, and there's now 2 outs here in the top of the first.
So he swung in this. The home plate umpire missed the call. He called it a ball. First base umpire missed the swing. Called it a ball.
Connor Hilburn, the Bombers DH, steps up to the plate now. Here, the third batter in the first inning. And Garth, like full swing, like that hits his other shoulder. Hilburn fouls off the first pitch he sees.
How can both of you miss it? Just a reminder, fans.
0-1 count after the foul ball into the stands. And the second pitch is down low in the dirt, 1-1. Slider gets him swinging. And it's a 1-2 count here to Connor Hilburn. Good breaking pitch from Matt Brooks there. Fooled the batter, got it by him. It's 1-2. And the fourth pitch lands way outside. 2-2 count. Here to the third batter and top of the first. 2 outs, nobody on. And Hilburn is going to foul another one off. This one off his ankle and goes behind home plate. Count is still 2-2 after the foul ball. Brooks looking to get out of the first inning, allowing no hits. And he's going to fill the count on another pitch. They're going to call it a strikeout. Hilburn went all the way around. They had to check the umpire on first, and it was a bit of a late call. Called strike at the plate. Brooks now has 1 strikeout already this game, and no hits for the Bombers there in the top of the first.
And Twilight rates for 18 holes, they got you covered with their new Super Twilight rate. mountain experience, exceptional course conditions, amazing customer service, while enjoying Desert Bloom Golf.
Going into the bottom of the first, still 0-0. Bombers with no hits in the top of the first. Brooks sitting him down 1-2-3 with one strikeout. Juan Carrion is on the plate, is on the mound for the Bombers this evening. And the defense behind Carrion. Lionel Figueroa is catching with Bryce O'Farrell on third base. Connor Morrow is the shortstop, and Jakob Shields is playing second. First baseman for the Bombers is Lane Fleming. Playing left field is Britt Logan, with Andrew Lego in center, and Damian Rodriguez is the right fielder. And DHing, of course, for the Bombers is Connor Hilburn. Top of the order for the Mavericks, and the leadoff batter, David Salguero, the center fielder. Following Salguero is Carson Johnson and Colton Wright. Salguero this season has 44 hits. Carson Johnson and Colton Wright are both tied with 47. They lead the Mavericks.
Hey, Jen, how are you? How are you?
She's gonna do girl power.
Right on.
First pitch is in from Carrion, and it's outside. It's a 1-0.
We'll get you a chair. Somewhere. There's an extra one right back there.
You should be sitting in your
First striker, the at bat, 2-1.
Go right there. That's good. That's
There you
awesome.
go. And I guess the only thing is, are you gonna be here for girl power too?
Yeah, we are.
So you'll be able to help her.
So, imagine.
3-1 at the plate. Salguero looking to get on as the leadoff batter. Another call. And Salguero is going to be walked. The leadoff batter for the Mavericks is on.
Brings to the plate the shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson.
One on, nobody out for the Mavericks. Carson Johnson steps up to the plate. 47 hits on the year.
So how's the radio station going? Good?
And it's a 0-1 count at the plate. First pitch is in there.
Oh, of course. Well, I'm glad you're able to make it on Tuesday. That'll be fun.
Johnson also leads the team with 45 runs so far this season.
So you mainly in the afternoons?
Yeah, I do 10 till 3 Monday through Thursday. Although if you tune in right now, I'm voice tracked, so
You're what?
pre-recorded.
And Johnson's going to ground this one towards the second baseman. And they're going to turn to double play. 4-6-3. Jakob Shields to Connor Morrow, all the way over to Lane Fleming. And they get to 2 outs here in the first inning.
Mavericks go down in the double play. 2-on, brings to the plate. The catcher, number 25, Colton Wright.
4-6-3. David Salguero out on second base, and Carson Johnson out at first. Hard to do with 2 of the speedier base runners in the Mavericks lineup. Now 2 outs with nobody on. And Colton Wright stepping up to the plate. The number 3 batter in the Mavericks lineup. Leads the team with 6 home runs this season. Call a strike on the outside corner
No, exactly.
for the first pitch, and it's an 0-1 count. And Colton Wright is going to rip this one into right field. Damian Rodriguez gets under it, and that's the 3rd out of the bottom of the first. 3 up, 3 down for the Mavericks, just like the Bombers did in the top of the first. We're through 1 complete. Still no score and no hits for either side. Going into the top of the second, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Bombers. Damian Rodriguez, Bryce O'Farrell, and Britt Logan. Hi, I'm Dawson.
Jen, nice to meet you.
Matt Brooks steps back onto the mound after 1 inning thrown. Gave him no runs on no hits or walks. Struck out 1 Bombers batter, that was Connor Hilburn, the DH, on 5 balls and 9 strikes.
Well, it used to be like a host announcer for Tigers games. So it's
Damian Rodriguez is going to be the leadoff batter for the Bombers here in the 2nd inning. Rodriguez is hitting .298 this year, 37 hits and 24 runs. He's 2nd on the team with 6 home runs. He also has 20 RBI. Although he's 2nd on the team in home runs, it's not likely that he'll catch the man in first, Riley McDonald, who has 20 home runs, leads the entire Western Major Baseball League, and has the Wimble record for most home runs in an entire season.
It's the 4, 5, 6 hitters go up for the Bombers, starting off the right fielder, number 23, Damon Rodriguez.
Top of the 2nd now, and Rodriguez steps up to the plate and gets ready for the first pitch from Matt Brooks. First pitch is in from Brooks, and Rodriguez is going to foul that one off behind the plate. He took a hard cut of that one. He was looking for the fences, only got a piece of it. And a hard fastball from Brooks ended up behind home plate into the netting. Second pitch from Brooks, called strike on the outside corner. Makes the count 0-2. And Rodriguez hits this one, a little blooper into left field, foul territory. That one's near the Mavericks bullpen. Stays alive. It's still 0-2. Brooks with the 4th pitch of the at-bat. And Rodriguez is going to foul off another one. This one closer to the parking lot. Gets over top of the fence, and it's still 0-2. Rodriguez battling at the plate. 0-2 still to Damian Rodriguez, and he'll call time and reset himself. Gets ready for pitch number 5. And he'll swing through that one. Colton Wright gets the ball, and he'll chase him. He can't make the tag. So he'll throw it over to Sal Rodriguez, and they'll get the out. A strikeout for Matt Brooks, his 2nd of the evening. To end the 1st and start the 2nd, Matt Brooks with 2 straight strikes. Striking out 2 straight batters. Bryce O'Farrell, the 3rd baseman, steps up to the plate for the Bombers. O'Farrell's hitting .225 this season, and he'll swing right through the first pitch cutter from Brooks. Makes the count 0-1. O'Farrell has 25 hits with 22 runs this season, 11 RBI. Second pitch from Brooks is in the dirt, makes the count 1-1. Another swinging strike from O'Farrell. Makes the count 1-2. Brooks gets back ahead. He's looking for the 2nd out of the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 4th pitch is up high.
Why didn't you get yours?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2. 1 out, nobody on for the Bombers here in the top of the 2nd. 0-0 score. And O'Farrell is going to bloop this one into right field. That gets in for front of Jordan Dre. It's going to land, and he has a base hit.
Brings to the plate the left fielder, number 14, Britt Logan. I was going to remind you to get here earlier so you can get your ice cream earlier, but you didn't want to do that. No, I'm not going to get ice cream.
Bryce O'Farrell gets on with a base hit. And it's now 1 on with 1 out for the Bombers here in the second inning as Britt Logan, the left fielder, steps up to the plate for the first time this game.
I just had mine early.
How many years have you two worked together?
Logan swings on the first pitch and fouls it off over towards the batting cages. And it's 0-1.
That's the best part.
That's the best part. And Dawson just looks at us out here and just shakes his head. What the hell? He turns off his mic, puts it on mute, shakes his head.
Britt Logan waits for the second pitch, and he's going to hit this one hard into left field. Jackson Hoagie tracking onto it. He'll make the catch, and that's the second out of the inning. Bryce O'Farrell has to go back to first. Can't advance on the flyout to left field. There's now 2 outs with a runner still on first base. Andrew Lego, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. Number 7 batter in the lineup for the Bombers. Lego's hitting .222 this season. And he'll foul off the first pitch he sees behind home plate. That one's high into the stands, and it's 0-1.
Supposed to be looking for it.
0-1 to Andrew Lego. And the fastball from Brooks is right down the middle. Good placement from Brooks. He finds his spot. Called strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2 count. Brooks looking for that third out of the inning, trying to get out of second, only allowing 1 hit so far. Bryce O'Farrell with a single. And it's a foul ball from Lego over towards the Brooks dugout. Another foul ball. He stays in there. Still an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 1 on for the Bombers here in the top of the second. And it's another strikeout. Lego goes down swinging. It's Brooks' 3rd strikeout of the evening.
Bombers lead 1 strike here in the second half.
1.5 innings gone here at Athletic Park. Brooks with 1 hit now. No runs still. Going into the bottom of the second.
And fans, don't forget to get your 50/50 tickets. Brought to you by AC Elders and Associates of RBC Dominion Securities. Get your 50/50 tickets now. Draw to begin in the 7th inning. And fans, if your vehicle has license plate number BZM as in Mary 2408, it's an Alberta plate. Congratulations, your car has been chosen as the cleanest car in the parking lot. And if you want a free car wash courtesy of Clean Machines, official car wash of the Mavericks, BZM2408.
Warren Carry-On steps onto the mound for the second inning here for the Bombers. Through 1 inning, he gave up no runs on no hits, but he did walk a batter, David Salguero. And then Carson Johnson grounded into the 4-6-3 double play to clear the bases. And Colton Wright was out as well, so it's 1-2-3 inning for the Mavericks in the first, so it'll be the 4-5-6 batters here in the second for the Mavericks.
We'd also like to thank Source One Realty for sponsoring the patio for the entire
Zach Gray, Sal Rodriguez, and Nolan Radai. Mavericks have their power hitters right in the middle of the lineup. We'll see if they can get on board for the Mavs and start getting some hits
starting off for the Mavericks
in this evening's game.
Number 31, Zach Gray.
Still no hits for the Mavs. Zach Gray will be looking to get number 1 here. First pitch, the off-speed from Carry-On finds the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Another breaking ball from Juan Carrion. Called strike again. Zach Gray watching them both go by. Not the pitches he wants. And he swing on the third pitch and he'll line out straight to Jakob Shields on second base. 4 unassisted gets the first out here in the bottom of the second.
Brings to the plate number 20, the first baseman.
4 batters have come up and no hits for the Mavs yet. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second as Sal Rodriguez steps up to the plate. Sal Rodriguez comes up to the plate hitting .330 this year. And after the called strike, it's a 1-1 count. Rodriguez now has 4 home runs and 24 RBI. His bat has been on fire the last few weeks. He's been heating up.
Second inning brought to you by Crystal Metz Insurance Agency.
Foul ball at the plate makes it 1-2. Juan Carrion gets ahead again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out already here in the bottom of the second. Nobody on for the Mavs. Sal Rodriguez still looking for that first hit for the Mavs this evening. 2-2 as the fourth pitch is up high from Juan Carrion. Two and two. And the fifth pitch is up high again. Another pitch that's away from the strike zone fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Rodriguez is going to be walked in 6 pitches. It's another base runner for the Mavs.
Rodriguez on with a
1 out and 1 on as the hometown boy Nolan Radeye steps up to the plate. Radeye got his first home run on Sunday afternoon game. He's hitting .314 this season with 38 hits, that 1 home run and 22 RBI. We'll see if he can get number 2 here this evening against the Bombers. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the second. Mavs still with no hits, but 2 batters have been walked so far from Carrion. First pitch to Radeye is outside, keeping it away from the plate. It's 1-0. Louis Canjura is on deck for the Mavericks. And it's a 1-1 count. Juan Carrion finds the bottom half of the strike zone, called strike.
One thing about doing this, though, you get really good seats.
Yeah.
You can watch the game here.
Carrion with the third pitch. Radeye swings on and fouls it off. That one flies over top of the batting cages, makes it 1-2.
That's right, unless you want to. If you want to get some
Yeah.
sun.
No. I've already gotten plenty of sun.
Yeah.
I'm the only person who I know that can burn well peeling.
Yeah, I've done that. I've burned my cheek and
1 ball, 2 strikes at the plate. And Radeye is going to foul another one off towards the batting cages. This one lands on top. And he stays in there, gets another life. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Despacito. You had Dealer before.
Fifth pitch from Carrion is up high and wide. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Radeye with a patient at bat. Won't swing at anything he thinks is outside, and he'll foul off a lot. This one he'll swing right through. Carrion gets the strikeout. Radeye goes down swinging, and there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
goals for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate the third baseman, number 4, Louis Canjura.
Louis Canjura, who has 41 hits this year, steps up to the plate with 2 outs and 1 on here in the bottom of the second for the Mavericks. Rodriguez on first after the walk. And Louis watches the first pitch go by on the inside corner. Called strike, it's 0-1. Second pitch is outside, just misses the plate. 1-1 count. Carry on trying to get out of the second. Still scoreless. But he'll send one in up high. Can't find the strike zone again, and it's 2-1. Louis Canjura getting ahead in the count. He'll watch him go by until he finds the one he likes. Swings on the fourth pitch, but fouls it off. Can only catch a little piece of it. He evens up the count 2-2. Carry on. Looking for his second strikeout of the evening. And Louis Canjura is going to line this one into left field. Britt Logan doesn't have to move far for that at all. Makes the catch, and we're through 2 complete.
So the grandparents of number 4, Louis Canjura, Donna and Carlos Trevino, are here all the way from San Pedro, California. It's just as hot up here as it is down there. You're feeling quite at home, I hope.
Louis Canjura's grandparents are here for the week in Medicine Hat. They're from San Pedro, California, and we're happy to have them here in Medicine Hat. They'll be going to Brooks tomorrow to watch these 2 teams play again in Brooks, and then we're back in action here at Athletic Park Sunday afternoon. These 2 teams play 3 days in a row, just at 2 locations.
Thanks for joining us on the dugout deck in Cypress County. And a special shout out to Jenna McDonnell all the way down the third baseline there on the Mason patio there. Happy 18th birthday, Jenna. Let's wave down, way down there. They're going to wave it up there. Jenna, 18th birthday, right on. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I just have to say that.
Matt Brooks comes back out for the 3rd inning for the Mavericks. Through 2 innings, gave up no runs on 1 hit, no walks, 3 strikeouts already for the Mavericks starting pitcher.
8-9-1 hitters due up for the Bombers, starting off the first baseman.
Top of the 3rd inning now, still no score between the Bombers and the Mavericks here at Athletic Park. 1 hit for the Bombers so far this game, none for the Mavs. Here on top of the 3rd, it's the number 8 hitter for the Bombers, Lane Fleming, the first baseman. It's the 8-9-1 hitters, Fleming, Lino Figueroa, and Jakob Shields will step up for the 2nd time this game. Fleming takes a hard cut at the second pitch and swings right through it. The high fastball from Brooks he can't keep up with and makes the count 0-2. Brooks looking for his 4th strikeout. But he's not going to get it on the outside corner there. Misses wide. And it's 1-2. Brooks missed on the last pitch. We'll see what he can do here on pitch number 4. He'll get Fleming swinging. Another high fastball. 4th strikeout of the evening for Matt Brooks. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 3rd.
Brooks going out. Fleming. One gone for the Bombers. To the plate, the catcher.
Fleming, Lego, Rodriguez, and Hilburn have all gone down via the punch-out from Brooks so far this game.
Figueroa. Is it Figueroa? How do you pronounce it? Figueroa?
Yeah, Figueroa. Figueroa. Now at the plate, the number 9 hitter, Lino Figueroa. Swings through the first offering from Brooks, and it's 0-1. Cutter from Brooks finds the outside corner. Good placement on the pitch there. Figueroa lays off, and it's 0-2. And Figueroa is going to go down swinging, the 2nd out of the 3rd inning. 5 strikeouts now for Brooks already this game.
Top of the order now. Brings to the lead, second baseman number 1.
Brooks punches out the 7-8-9 hitters, Lego, Fleming, and Figueroa. 2 outs now here in the top of the third. Still nobody on for the Bombers as Jakob Shields steps up to the plate for the second time. The second baseman is 0 for 1 so far. Leading off the first inning, Shields, grounded out to Sal Rodriguez on first base, who flipped it over to Matt Brooks, who stepped on the plate. 3-1. Got the first out of the first inning.
Section E as an elephant. Row C.
Shields watches the first pitch go by for a ball. It's 1-0.
Seat.
And the second offering from Brooks is up high.
So 2 E's and a
2 balls, no strikes at the plate. Shields gets ahead after watching the first 2 pitches go by. And the third pitch, Brooks finally gets one in there, finds the outside corner. Called strike, makes it 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, and Jakob Shields is going to call time at the plate. Takes the opportunity to recollect himself and get ready for the fourth pitch. And he'll foul it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes now at the plate.
What's the one I got here?
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Brooks looking to get out of the third inning, allowing no runs still. And Shields is going to ground out to the first baseman, Rodriguez, for the second time of this game. 3 unassisted, ends the top of the third inning.
The middle of the third inning brought to you by Prairie Sprinter, the official shuttle of the Mavericks. And also a reminder, fans, be sure to send in your fan vote.
3 scoreless from Matt Brooks.
Sports at SNU.
Brooks allows no runs on 1 hit and no walks. He struck out 5 already through 3 innings on 10 balls and 32 strikes, 42 pitches altogether. Bottom of the third inning now, and Juan Carrion steps back onto the mound for the Brooks Bombers. Through 2 innings pitched, he's given up no runs to the Mavs on no hits either. He's walked 2 Mavericks batters and struck out 1. He walked David Salguero and Sal Rodriguez and struck out Nolan Radai.
Yeah. David.
Yeah, we have no AC.
It's been bad.
Here in the third inning, it'll be the 8-9-1 hitters for the Mavericks, Jordan Dre, Jackson Hoagie, and David Salguero.
For the Mavericks in the bottom of the third, starting it off. The right fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre.
It's the outfield for the Mavericks. Corner outfielders, Jordan Dre and Jackson Hoagie, then the center fielder, David Salguero. We'll see what the outfield can provide here in the third inning. Mavericks still looking for the first hit of the game. Call a strike on the first pitch. Carry on, finding that outside corner. It's 0-1. And Dre is going to ground this one hard towards Fleming on first base. Fleming will make the grab and step on first to get the first out of the bottom of the third.
We could.
Still no hits for the Mavericks through 8 batters. Jackson Hoagie, the number 9 batter, will look to change that before they go through the entire order one time around.
They're only a game off from average is like 16 and whatever, and Fort McMurray's 15.
Hoagie up at the plate, watches the first pitch go by. Carry on, finding the outside bottom half corner of the strike zone. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to the number 9 hitter of the Mavericks. And Jackson Hoagie is going to find a gap between third base and the shortstop. And he's going to be on with a base hit. A single for the number 9 hitter in the Mavericks lineup.
Top of the order now for the Mavericks is center fielder number 2, David.
Good contact from Hoagie. Gets the first hit of the evening for the Mavericks. It only took 2 1/3 to do so. 1 on and 1 out here in the third inning for the leadoff batter. David Salguero steps up to the plate again. 0 for 0 in the game as he was walked in the first inning.
Have you come to any of the games yet? Is this your first one or?
No, I've been to 2 this season. Which is usually what I ask.
Salguero watches one go by outside.
Audio nights.
1 ball, no strikes. Another one outside. That one just barely missed the plate. Painted the line. And it's a 2-0 count. Salguero with a good eye, watching him go by. And he'll foul off the third pitch. That one lands just behind home plate. Barely got a piece of it. It's 2-1.
I played ball growing up, so like anytime I could be at the ball fields, I was always there.
That was good, eh? Yeah.
Carson Johnson on deck
Yeah, you said that.
for the Mavs. Johnson grounded out to a 4-6-3 double play in the first inning.
Central Interior.
Is it?
But
Okay.
yeah, it's
This is what I
basically.
think with the Tigers play because they get pretty strong corners, right? So
Yeah.
And Salguero's going to watch the fourth pitch go by. Good decision from him. It's a 3-1 count on the ball.
But really north of us until you
And Salguero's going to be walked for the second time this game. He's got on base twice now, both times, in 5-pitch walks.
Shortstop number 5. Put your hands together for Carson Johnson.
Carson Johnson steps up to the plate now with 2 on and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, still no score between these two teams. Johnson looking to crack it open. First pitch from Carey on a slider that lands outside. 1-0.
I thought it was a coastal city. I
No,
thought it was on the.
we have 2 rivers that run through it.
Okay.
We have North Chaco and
1-0 count after the slider that lands outside.
that's mountains, that's trees.
Second pitch is way inside and up high.
So what's the?
Almost catches Johnson. He has to back off the plate.
About 80, 82,000. A little bit bigger, but it's stretched out pretty much the same as Munson.
Jackson Hoagie on second and David Salguero on first. Carson Johnson at the plate, and it's a 2-1 count. Hoagie with a base hit, and David Salguero drew his second walk of the game. Still no score here in the bottom of the third. Carson Johnson looking to break it open with the runner in scoring position on second base currently is Hoagie. 2 balls, 1 strike at the plate for Johnson. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And the fourth pitch called strike on the outside corner. Carry on finds his spot there, and it's 2-2.
10-4.
Johnson grounded out to the 4-6-3 double play in the first inning. Another double play would end the third. That's what the Brooks Bombers are looking for. But it's a full count now. The fifth pitch from Carry on way upstairs. Leno Figueroa has to stand up and reach for that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Johnson looking to possibly load the bases with a walk. And he's going to foul one off. This one behind home plate into the stands. Johnson with another life at the plate.
If you get hurt, don't worry. Tonight's sponsor, Safety Net First Aid Services.
That's a shutout, right? That's how you get the shutout right there. That's how you get it.
Still full count, 3-2 after the foul ball. And Johnson's going to ground this one towards the shortstop at 6-4. And the throw is going to be off over top of Lane Fleming's head. Jackson Hoagie's going to come down and score on the error from the second baseman. Carson Johnson is going to walk on up to second.
So he's calling. He's for runner on the slot.
quick meeting between the umpires to decide what the call is going to be. Right now, there's the out at second, and the run is coming around to score with Carson Johnson advancing to second on the error throw. But we're going to see if anything changes on the umpires' decisions after their quick meeting.
We did score a run here, but we're just waiting for the ump's decision here to make sure.
And the call is going to stay the same. It's 1-0 for the Mavericks.
So you ready for the balls there, Kitty?
Mavericks score the first run of the game. That means we got some gifts for you. 2020 vision balls are coming out. Here comes the soft ones. Put your hands up. The ladies are tossing them out for you right now. See their screen.
1-0 for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs. Runner still on. Carson Johnson on second base. Colton Wright is going to step up to the plate here with 2 gone in the bottom of the third. 1 runner still in scoring position for the Mavs. Carson Johnson on second base. First pitch is inside. On the corner of the strike zone, 0-1.
If he touches his bag and slides through his bag,
They're saying that he had his hands up.
0-1 to Colton Wright. Wright flew out to Damian Rodriguez in the first inning. Yeah, Garth have an error on the throw.
yeah.
I already have that. I was waiting for you guys to.
It doesn't matter.
2 outs in the bottom of the third. 1-0 for the Mavericks. 1 on, and it's a 1-1 count at the plate. Colton Wright watches the pitch inside go by.
No, because he launched it. Because he put his hands up in the air. He waved like he just didn't care.
1 ball, 1 strike at the plate. Colton Wright looking for his first hit of the game and the second for the Mavericks. Mavericks only with 1 hit so far through 2 2/3. 2-1. Colton Wright watches another one go by down low. Carry on so far through 48 pitches has 21 balls and 27 strikes.
That's the same thing at work too.
No, he's a morning guy. He's got everything pre-recorded.
Pitch number 4, and Wright is going to foul off into his leg. He'll be all right, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Carson Johnson on second base for the Mavericks, and it's 1-0 for the Mavs. They'll check him on second base. Carson Johnson dives safely. Can't get the third out there. And Carry On will return his attention back to the plate and Colton Wright. Another foul ball from Colton Wright. He can't get all of that one. Wright just getting pieces of the ball each and every time right now. Still a 2-2 count. Colton Wright battling in the plate. Looking to get on for the first time tonight. And he's going to strike out swinging. That will end the third inning. Juan Carry On with his second strikeout so far tonight. Mavericks finally get a hit this game. Jackson Hoagie with a single and then came around to score. It's 1-0 for the Mavericks through 3 complete innings. Going into the top of the fourth, Brooks and Mavs both have 1 hit. Brooks with an error, Mavericks with 1 run. Matt Brooks is going to come back onto the mound here in the 4th inning. Through 3, he's given up no runs on 1 hit and no walks. Brooks has struck out 5 batters through 3 innings, 10 balls and 32 strikes. So far, he's punched out Connor Hilburn, Damian Rodriguez, and the 789 hitters Andrew Lego, Lane Fleming, and Lino Figueroa.
Don't go to Marty. He doesn't have the box. Go to Smitty. Run quick. Run to Smitty. Run to Smitty. I don't think Jonathan Smitty knows that's a felony up here in Canada, stealing the mailbox.
Here in the top of the 4th, it's going to be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Bombers. Connor Morrow, Connor Hilburn, and Damian Rodriguez. Morrow flew out to Jackson Hoagie in left field in the 1st inning. Connor Hilburn struck out to end the 1st, and Damian Rodriguez struck out to start the 2nd inning.
Lodge, the official hotel of the Mavericks. Lodge Italian Kitchen in the Minnesota Lodge gives you free Monday to Thursday now.
So far, no hits from the 3 batters that will come up here in the 4th. We'll see what they can do here. Possibly get some more runners on base for the Bombers.
You just want a $10 gift certificate courtesy of RJ's Ice and Water. Starting off before the Brooks Bombers, it's the 2, 3, 4 hitters. The shortstop number 6, Connor Morrow.
First pitch of the 4th inning. And it's down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Final Friday home game of the season here at Athletic Park for the Mavericks. They only have 3 home games after this one. On Sunday against the Brooks Bombers again. Tuesday against the Lethbridge Bulls, and Wednesday against the Edmonton Prospects. On Edmonton, we'll be playing 2 games. One starting at 5 p.m. will be starting in the 4th inning in that game, as we got rained out last night in Edmonton. Mavericks will pick up in that game, leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th, and then they'll play the regular scheduled game at 7:05. Connor Morrow is going to ground this one by Carson Johnson at shortstop, and it's a base hit for the leadoff hitter here in the 4th inning for the Bombers. Good ground ball contact just about over top of second base. Johnson couldn't dive after it, and he has a leadoff base hit here in the 4th inning for the Bombers. Connor Morrow now 1 for 2 in the game.
We're going to resume that game. When they go up there? When do they go up there again?
No, they're coming here.
Oh,
Yeah. Connor Hilburn, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. Watch at the first pitch go by outside. It's 1-0.
that's on Wednesday.
Yeah, they're going to pick up in the 4th inning with us up 3-1. One ball, no strikes, and Brooks checks Morrow on first for the 2nd straight time.
They showed that it had canceled, right? They had canceled the game on Point Street. That was last night, but that was yesterday.
Yeah, Kevin Cavami said that they screwed it up. Connor Hilburn is going to ground this one towards the 3rd baseman. 5-4-3 double play. And there's now 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Good turn from Nolan Radai, and a good throw from Luke Kanjur to get it over there. 5-4-3. Connor Hilburn's now 0 for 2.
Come back again there, Lucas, what did you say?
And there's nobody on with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Damian Rodriguez, the right fielder, steps up to the plate.
Crowd going here. We'll do a little bit of YMCA. Let's do that right away here after this out. So 1 out, we'll do the TJ's piece.
2 outs now in the top of the 4th. Still 1-0 for the Mavericks. Nobody on for the Bombers after the double play. And Rodriguez is at the plate, 0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd inning.
4th inning brought to you by Red Velvet Hair and Body Bar, official hair salon of the Mavericks.
Grease fire. Grease fire. That's the grease fire.
And Rodriguez is going to line this one into center field. Gets by everybody. And he has a base hit here in the 4th inning.
If he strikes out this at bat,
That one just zoomed right by Matt Brooks, Carson Johnson, and Nolan Radai. Neither of them could make the play on the ball. Got into center field, and Rodriguez is now 1 for 2 with a single. Bryce O'Farrell, the third baseman, steps up to the plate now. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the second inning and was left on base.
Jeez. Water, hey? Nice water. 10-4 will do a little.
O'Farrell at the plate with 1 on and 2 gone. And O'Farrell's going to ground this one. Foul.
Colton's still on. I thought it was on the last still too.
Just barely foul. Colton Wright, the catcher, picked it up. What he thought was just before it went foul on
Zoom in on that with the cameras. See what the
on the line. Colton Wright tried to make the tag out, but it's an 0-2 count.
white on white. Couldn't tell if it was ball or line. Couldn't tell.
Wright almost making it a play and getting out of the top of the fourth, but Bryce O'Farrell is going to get another opportunity at the plate. It's an 0-2 count. 2 gone. And the third pitch is up high. Matt Brooks looking for that third out in the fourth inning, and his first strikeout of this inning. So far, he has 5. He's looking for number 6. Here against O'Farrell, there's 2 strikes. Will he get it? O'Farrell's going to pop that one up high into the infield. Carson Johnson seems to be after it, the shortstop, and he is. Gets under the ball, makes a catch. And the top of the fourth is now over. Brooks, Bombers now with 3 hits this game.
and he's got pizza. Pizza from TJ's Pizza. Stand up.
3 hits for the Bombers now. They got 2 there in the fourth. Couldn't do anything with it, and it's still 1-0 for the Mavericks going into the bottom of the fourth inning here at Athletic Park.
No dental floss, please. G-rated here. It looks good. We got fans of all kinds here. All age categories can join us. It's free food. Who doesn't like free food?
Juan Quirion steps back onto the mound for the Bombers, giving up 1 run in the third inning. He's given up 1 run so far on 1 hit and 3 walks. Quirion has struck out 2 Mavericks batters, Colton Wright and Nolan Radai.
Weaker, come on! You guys forgot how to spell. Here we go, everybody! That's not bad.
It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters
Getting better.
for the Mavericks. Here in the fourth inning, the power batters, Zach Gray, Sal Rodriguez, and Nolan Radai.
Number 31, the designated hitter, Zach Gray.
Zach Gray, the DH for the Mavs tonight. Line drive to Jakob Shields in the second inning. The second baseman made the out. So he's 0 for 1 so far today. Steps up to the plate looking for his first hit of the evening. First pitch, Gray fouls off. Made it a 0-1 count, but watches the second pitch go by. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike.
He's a busy man on Fridays.
And the third pitch is in there. Gray watches it go by. It's 1-2 now.
This game, and then go, and still make them. Right?
And the fourth pitch, Quirion just barely misses on the outside corner. He's had a couple now that have just barely painted the line. Both have been called balls at the plate. And it's now 2-2. Gray checks his swing on the fifth pitch, and it's a good decision from him. That one lands just outside as well. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Zach Gray, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth. Looking to get on for the first time today. And Gray is going to ground this one hard towards first baseman Lane Fleming. He'll flip towards the pitcher, Carry On, and there's now 1 out here in the fourth on the 3-1 ground out.
Brings to the plate the first baseman number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Gray now 0 for 2 on a day, and there's 1 gone here in the fourth inning with nobody on base. Sal Rodriguez comes up to bat for the second time. He walked in the second inning. He'll look to get on base for the second time tonight. First pitch is in from Carry On, and it's way outside. One and 0. Slider from Carry On, doesn't have enough break on it. Can't find the strike zone. Stays outside. It's 2 and 0. Three straight balls way outside from Juan Carry On. He's staying away from Sal Rodriguez today. Already walked Rodriguez once this evening. Rodriguez in a 3-0 count, and he's going to be walked in 4 pitches. Rodriguez joins David Salguero in the 2 Mavericks batters who have been walked twice this evening. Juan Carry On has walked Mavericks batters 4 times now this game. Sal Rodriguez twice and David Salguero twice. 1 on for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the fourth. Rodriguez gets on first base with the walk. 1 out, and Nolan Radeye stepping up to the plate. Radeye is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the second inning. Louis Canjura is on deck. Louis' grandparents are here from San Pedro. We're happy to have them.
Whereabouts is that in California? How far south is that?
Los Angeles, he said.
Is it?
Like he said, like he's from Los Angeles. I was like, oh, like where? Los Angeles. 2-1. Radeye watches the third pitch go by down low.
Sound like East LA. Compton.
Two balls, 1 strike to Nolan Radeye. 1 out here in the fourth inning, and 1 on for the Mavericks. Fourth pitch catches the outside corner of the plate. Called strike, and it's 2-2. Three and 2. The fifth pitch is outside. Fills the count. Radeye working the count here, looking to get on for the first time. Possibly draw a second straight walk from Carry On. He'll foul the 6th pitch off. This one behind the seats.
So they got tomorrow off, right?
No, they're in Brooks tomorrow.
So Brooks tomorrow, and then Brooks back here on Sunday.
And Radeye is going to draw the walk on 7 pitches. Watches the pitch inside go by.
For the third baseman, number 4, Louis Ventura.
2 on for the Mavericks now after 2 straight walks. Sal Rodriguez on second and Nolan Radeye on first. Louis Canjura at the plate. Steps up 0 for 1 in the game. He flew out to Britt Logan in left field in the second inning. 1 ball, no strikes at the plate.
So was this pretty simple, Jeff?
Oh yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
You don't
Shouldn't
have
launch
to,
it
you
out
don't have
too
to
badly.
stay up here the whole game,
Oh no.
unless you want to.
And the count is now 2-0. Juan Carrion struggling to find the strike zone here in the 4th inning. Already walked 2 batters. 34 balls and 34 strikes now on 70 pitches. 2-0 count at the plate to Louis Canjura. 2 on and only 1 out. Jordan Dre on deck for the Mavericks.
I bet as soon as I walk out that door, you guys are cranky.
I wish we could do that, but we can't.
And the 3rd pitch falls outside again. It's 3-0.
I remember we got it so cold and then they would shoot ice. Remember? Shoot ice out every once in a while. It was overused.
And Carrion finally gets one in there. Finds the strike zone. It's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Mavericks looking to extend their 1-0 lead. Mavericks lead the Bombers 1-0 after a 3rd inning run from Jackson Hoagie. And Louis Canjura is going to line this one into center field. They're going to leave the runner on 3rd. That'll load the bases. Canjura with a base hit. Bases are loaded for the Mavericks now for Jordan Dre with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Guy, here's San Pedro on the left hand. Quick mound meeting for the Bombers. They're going to keep Juan Carrion in there.
Bases loaded for the right fielder, number 9, Jordan Dre.
Jordan Dre comes up to the plate here with the bases loaded here in the 4th inning for the Mavericks. 1 out here in the 4th inning. It's 1-0 for the Mavericks already. Jordan Dre going to look to bring around a couple more for the Mavs. 1-0 count. First pitch. Dre watches go by.
Yeah, it's true. Gotta shake things up. Gotta shake things up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's quit blaming it on players. Can't blame it on me. What are you talking about? Come on. Blame it on players.
And the 3rd pitch. Dre fouls off. It's 2-1.
He's swinging for the fence. Come on, every player does that when he sees aces juice. Of course they're swinging for the fence.
Only 1 out here in the 4th inning. Bases loaded. Sal Rodriguez on 3rd, Radai on 2nd, and Louis Canjura on 1st. 2 walks and a base hit. And Dre is going to line this one hard into left field. They're going to bring around 2, and the ball gets down towards the warning track. That one gets by the left fielder, and Jordan Dre clears the bases with a 3 RBI double. It's 4-0 for the Mavericks here in the 4th inning. 3 RBI double for Jordan Dre as he laces one in the left field, and it got by Brett Logan. He got under his glove, went to the warning track. Good base running from Louis Canjura and Nolan Radai to recognize the mistake out in left field. Makes this a 4-0 game here in the 4th inning for the Mavericks.
Jackson Hoagie.
Jackson Hoagie stepping back up to the plate now. He's 1 for 1. He singled and scored in the third inning. Started the scoring for the Mavericks. He was the first run of the game. 4-0 now after the 3 RBI double from Jordan Dre. He's 1 for 2 now with 3 RBI. Two balls and no strikes at the plate. Jackson Hoagie watching the first couple go by. Three and 0 now. Carry on, still struggling to find a strike zone here in the fourth inning.
34 warming up there, Carson. Mr. Dawson. 34, right? Isn't
Many times Carry On's got down 3-0 in this inning. He gets one in there on the outside corner on the fourth pitch. Makes the count 3-1. Hoagie just watching these go by. Might look to get on by drawing the walk, unless he gets the pitch he loves. And Jordan Dre is going to be out, stealing third. Hoagie is walked at the plate, and they're going to call Dre out on third base, caught stealing.
Hoagie on to the wall. Top of the order now for the Mavericks, the center fielder number 2, David Salguero.
Jackson Hoagie gets on for the second time this game after the walk. Jordan Dre caught stealing at third. So there's now 2 outs for the Mavericks here in the fourth inning. Mavericks still lead 4-0. And Salguero steps up to the plate, and on the first pitch, he's going to smack this one into right field. Quick base hit from Salguero, his first of the night. And there's now 2 on for the Mavericks. They're starting to get the bats going here in the fourth inning. Now 4 hits on the evening with 4 runs as well.
2 on for their shortstop number 5, Carson Johnson.
Carson Johnson steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI so far this game. Drove in Jackson Hoagie in the third inning. Hoagie's back on second just like he was in the third inning. With Carson Johnson at the plate, we'll see if they can replicate what happened only an inning ago.
That's pretty bad.
Hoagie on second with Salguero on first after the base hit. And Carson Johnson's going to find the gap past the second baseman. And that's going to be an RBI single. Hoagie comes around for the second time this game. It's 5-0 for the Mavericks. Carson Johnson with his second RBI of the night. Salguero advances to third. Carson Johnson cashes Hoagie for the second time today. And we're going to get a pitching change from the Bombers. Juan Carrion lasts 3 2/3 here at Athletic Park, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits and 6 walks. Carrion striking out 2 batters, Colton Wright and Nolan Radeye, on 85 pitches, 42 balls and 43 strikes. Now pitching for the Bombers is number 34, Quentin Kopjar.
Come on. That is fun. No, it's good.
Quentin Kopjar is making his 13th appearance on the mound for the Bombers this season. So far, through 12 games, he's pitched 21 and 2/3 innings, giving up 37 hits, 23 runs, 17 of them earned, 11 walks, and 15 strikeouts. He has not recorded a single win or loss this season through 12 outings, and he has a 5.49 ERA. Quentin Kopjar making his 13th appearance out of the bullpen for the Bombers this season. Juan Carrion lasting 3 2/3, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits and 6 walks. Runners on the corners for the Mavericks. Here in Colton Wright stepping up to the plate.
Left-handed reliever, number 34, Quentin Kopjar. See, this is where you'll mess with you, Jack. You mess with you, that kind of stuff.
I'll just whack him with the microphone.
Just do mic drop.
Colton Wright will be the first batter that Kopjar faces. Comes on with Salguero on third base and Carson Johnson on first. Carson Johnson now 1 for 3 with 2 RBI on the game. He's cashed in Jackson Hoagie twice. 5-0 for the Mavericks here in the 4th inning. They scored 4 here in the 4th. Slow delivery, 1-0 count at the plate. Wright watches the first pitch go by. Wright is 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout this game. So far, the Mavericks with 5 hits. And Salguero is going to steal home on the pitch to first. And it's 6-0 on the quick run from the Mavericks. Smart base running from David Salguero gets the 6th run of the game. 6-0 now for the Mavericks. And it's a 1-1 count at the plate.
Mark, what am I doing? Mark, what am I doing? Okay, here I'm a worker, you're not my father. Here you're my customer. Garth, I'm listening to you. Okay, well then you owe me 3 cents.
2-1. The third pitch is in the dirt. Hey, Guy, how do I score that? Like, how do I score? And Wright is going to ground out to the shortstop, Connor Morrow, who gets a fielder's choice at second. Bottom of the 4th is now over. Mavericks get 5 runs in the 4th inning and extend their lead to 6. It's 6-0 after 4. Jordan Dre with a 3 RBI double. Carson Johnson with an RBI single. And David Salguero stole home. It's 6-0 for the Mavericks after 4. Mavericks with 5 hits. Brooks Bombers with 3 so far this game.
Providing exceptional service and dedicated client support to all of your real estate needs for over 18 years. Call or text her today at 403-952-5178. Angela Corey of Royal LePage Community Realty.
Hey, Guy, I have a quick problem. So I brought Quentin Kopjar in. Matt Brooks steps back onto the plate for the 5th inning here. Through 4, he's giving them no runs through the Bombers on 3 hits.
Jersey winners here. Dale Weisgerber is one winner. Doug Miner, another winner. And Bob Armstrong, 3 winners for Jersey draws. You can collect those prizes down at the souvenir shack. Thanks, Ross. Starting off before the Bombers This is 6, 7, 8 hitters, number 14, Britt Logan. What? Oh, I didn't call it KJ Johnston. What is going on? It's rigged, buddy. It's rigged.
Britt Logan fouls off the first pitch. And after the second pitch, a slider outside. It's 1-1.
Merry Christmas. Yes, 3 outs. No problem.
One and two at the plate. Britt Logan fouls off another one. And Britt Logan is going to ground this one towards Nolan Radeye. He'll make the scoop and the throw. 4-3 for the first out. Andrew Lego is at the plate now, and he fouls it off, makes it a 1-1 count.
No, seriously, no karaoke.
Not unless you're getting me drunk.
No. Yeah.
And
We could do
trust
that.
me, I'm a drinker, so it takes a lot.
We could do that. We should have started earlier.
2-1 at the plate to Andrew Lego. Watch the one go by outside.
40 shots.
Unless you want to be cleaning up too.
Another strike at the plate makes the count 2-2 to Andrew Lego. Two balls, 2 strikes at the plate, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th.
So what do? They just throw a big party kind of thing? And
Yeah, it's like a fenced-in area. Their acreage, that's where everyone puts
Kinda
the
camps out
tents
right
and
area.
RVs and everything. Kwanzaa days? Yeah.
Yes.
So they got a live and a silent auction. They've got 3 or 4 different.
And Lego is going to line out to Rodriguez. 2 gone now in the top of the 5th.
So is it like proceeds go to anything? Or
Yeah,
anything?
ALS. I'm not sure if it's ALS Alberta or Canada, but yeah. So tonight it's Alter Ego and the Chanels, and then I think there's like 6 access
Really?
tomorrow. Yeah.
So they try to get local bands kind of playing out there, or is that how it works?
Usually the Friday night's local, and then kind of in the afternoon, Saturday is more local. They've got something in August. There's somebody else, I think Roxton Privilege. And then they've
2 strikes at the plate to Lane Fleming. Yeah, guys, this game is now screwed up. Number 4 hitter for the Mavericks coming up to lead off the bottom of the 5th, Zach Gray. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Gray, Rodriguez, and Nolan Radai. Zach Gray is 0 for 2 so far this game. And he'll face off against Quentin Kopjar, who currently has a 1-1 count at the plate. And Gray's going to foul one off.
Almost a good catch. Line up here anyway. Fifth inning brought to you by River Dental, the official dentist and hygienist of the Mavericks.
2-2 at the plate. Quentin Kopjar looking for the first out of the bottom of the 5th. And it's a foul ball. Zach Gray staying alive at the plate. And Gray is going to take first base after being hit by the pitch. Gray is now on first, the leadoff batter, with nobody gone here in the bottom of the 5th. Still 6-0 for the Mavericks.
So any particular genre of music you like, being a radio DJ?
Being on air, well, you have to be with it. Being on air, like, my favorite's always been when I worked at the Mavericks station.
Oh, okay, classic rock kind of stuff?
Classic rock, new rock.
And Rodriguez is going to lift this one high in the air towards left field. Just gets into foul territory. Makes the count 1-1.
So you worked at a hard rock station?
Yeah,
Where?
first in Chris Shore. So the first stations I worked for, I was country and hard rock. And then we were a smaller company, so it was bought out by Vista. Most ironic thing to happen to me in my life.
And Rodriguez is going to slap this one down the third base line past Bryce O'Farrell. Rodriguez has his first hit of the game. Base hit for the first baseman of the Mavericks. 2-1 now for the Mavs with no outs.
The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radai.
Rodriguez has now reached all 3 at-bats. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks.
I stayed for a couple hours in the morning, yeah. I usually hide in my office.
Well, you gotta be the second longest one.
Yeah, on mine.
Oh, thing.
Yeah,
Against the
there's KJ.
Radai now at the plate.
Nick, and then Sean. Or no,
It's an 0-1 count here to Nolan Radai. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He walked and scored in the 4th.
So is that okay now? Like in regards to innings and stuff like that? Awesome.
And Radai's going to slap this one past the shortstop, Connor Morrow. Zach Gray is going to come around to score. It's an RBI single for Nolan Radai. They're going to hold Rodriguez on second. 7-0 for the Mavericks here in the 5th inning. Yeah, like, line score's all good. Like, I'm caught up with it.
Easy fix off. It's an easy fix. Don't sweat it. What did you say there, Keith?
Louis Canjura now batting for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 still on for the Mavs and nobody out. It's a 0-1 count on the called strike.
10-4.
Last call for the souvenir shop. Last call if you want to get some cool items. Check out the souvenir shop.
Or your birthday.
Yeah.
1-1 count to Kanjura. 2-1, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-0 for the Mavs. They've now scored in 3 straight innings.
It's just they wanted to bring in some of their own people. So they were
And that pitch from Kopchar is going to get past Lionel Figueroa, and both runners are going to advance.
But my boss at that station actually got me the job with passing and George, so
And there's now 2 runners in scoring position for the Mavericks. And the stolen bait. The double play is now not in effect.
and then it was Rock Station, but it became Classic Rock Station.
No outs here in the 5th inning. 2 runners in scoring position.
For Classic Rock.
And Kanjura is now leading in a 3-1 count at the plate.
It'll be a long inning.
Jordan Dre on deck for the Mavericks. He's already 1 for 2 with 3 RBI. Kopchar fills the count with a second strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
Kanjura with a full count, and he's gonna ground this one towards the second baseman, Jakob Shields. 1 run's gonna come around to score. Both runners advance. 4-3, and it's 8-0 for the Mavericks. 1 out now here in the 5th inning, and a runner on third base. Nolan Radai is on third for the Mavericks now. Sal Rodriguez just came around to score.
You've been in Reno for how long then?
Dre 1 for 2 on a day with a 3 RBI double in the 4th inning. And he's going to hit this one hard towards the shortstop, Connor Morrill. And the throw is there. That's 2 outs now, but another run will come around to score for the Mavericks. Nolan Radai advances 9-0 for the Mavericks. 6-3 gets a second out of the inning. Jordan Dre now with 4 RBI on the game.
The left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie.
Jordan Dre 1 for 3 with 4 RBI. Bases are cleared now for the Mavericks, and Jackson Hoagie steps up to the plate. Hoagie is 1 for 1 on a day. He singled and scored in the 3rd and walked and scored in the 4th.
13 years DJ.
And they did voice work for a couple of years prior to that. So
Called strike on the first pitch. It's 0-1.
voicing commercials.
Ah,
And Hoagie's going to lift this one high and deep in the air to right center field. And Damian Rodriguez makes a wonderful catch on the run to end the 5th inning.
Mavericks get 3 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Mavericks get 3 runs there in the 5th inning. It's now 9-0 after scoring 1 in the 3rd and 5 in the 4th. Brooks still with no runs and only 3 hits this game so far.
The 2018 Sobeys Mini Mavericks Club. They'll receive Mini Maverick t-shirt, access to all regular season games. Become a Mini Maverick today. The bottom of the 5th inning was brought to you by Arizona and Heidegger Criminal Defense Lawyers. Serenity Folk Center, let them help you find relief from stress, pain, and anxiety. The healing benefits of rest and relaxation is undeniable. Floating in Epsom salts helps you do this. Serenity Folk Center. Turn on the air conditioning. How about that? Hey, a special thank you to our 50-50 girls, Kendra. Where are you, Kendra, Rita, and Joanne? Thank you very much for volunteering your time selling 50-50 tickets. And Dot has roses for you. Hey, Dot. Love you, Dot. There's Dot, the end of the month. Awesome. Thanks, Dot. Thanks, ladies, Kendra, Rita, Joanne, for selling 50-50.
Going into the top of the 6th now here at Athletic Park. Mavericks lead the Brooks Bombers 9-0. Matt Brooks steps on to the mound for the 6th inning. So far, this game through 5, he's given up no runs on 3 hits and no walks. Brooks has struck out 6 Brooks Bombers batters on 19 balls and 48 strikes. Leno Figueroa is 0 for 1 in the game, finally making his second at bat here in the 6th inning. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. And he's going to go down 0-2 this at bat. Matt Brooks looking to sit him down 2 straight at bats.
Now the umpire gave us the old hand gesture, turn the lights on. Oh, don't worry, the lights will come on. They are. All good.
And on the 4th pitch, Lionel Figueroa just barely ticks off a piece of it, fouls it off. That one goes back behind home plate. And we still have a 1-2 count here to Figueroa. And it's called strike 3 at the plate. Matt Brooks now with 7 strikeouts this game. He gets Figueroa for the 2nd time tonight. Call strike on the outside corner. Good placement from Matt Brooks. He's now through 5 1/3 with 7 strikeouts. Jakob Shields steps up to the plate for the 3rd time. In the 1st inning, he grounded out to the first baseman, Sal Rodriguez, and did the same in the 3rd. Hasn't got it past Sal yet this game. 9-0 for the Mavericks here in the top of the 6th. And the first pitch from Brooks is a slider that lands outside. It's 1-0. And Shields is going to fly this one into right field. Jordan Dre gets under it. Gets the 2nd out of the inning. 2 outs and nobody on for the Bombers here in the 6th. Connor Morrow is 1 for 2 so far this game, and he steps up to the plate for the 3rd time. He singled in the 4th inning and was later left on base. Two gone here in the 6th, nobody on. Bombers still only with 3 hits so far tonight.
What time do we start that game on Wednesday then?
Morrow's going to ground this one into foul ball territory down the 3rd base line. 0-2 is the count at the plate now. Matt Brooks looking for his 8th strikeout and the 3rd out of the 6th inning. Trying to get into the 7th after throwing 6 shutout innings. And the 3rd pitch will get past Golden Wright in the dirt. 1-2 now after the wild pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. And it's now 2-2. Another pitch outside and low from Matt Brooks. That's only the 23rd ball he's thrown this evening. 55 strikes and 23 balls.
She's saying the same that. No. I'm gonna poison you. Hi.
And Morrow's going to fly this one high in the air in the infield. Sal Rodriguez, the first baseman, comes in and grabs it over top of the mound. Gets the 3rd out of the top of the 6th. And after 5.5 innings, it's still 9-0 for the Mavericks. Brooks still only with 3 hits this game.
Dedicated to getting groups of all sizes safely home, book a bus with Southland by visiting southland.ca.
Back in a few minutes.
Oh, Rob, go get a beverage.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or 2 or 3.
I don't know. And I might be singing later.
Woo-hoo! You only got 1 inning.
Quentin Kopjar is going to step back onto the mound for the Bombers. He'll face off against the top of the order of the Mavericks, David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright. Salguero is 1 for 1 with 2 walks this game. He singled in the 4th inning and later scored. Carson Johnson is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs so far this game, and Colton Wright is 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout. guy, after the game, you think you can hang around here for a second?
The leadoff hitter, that's center fielder number 2, David Salguero.
Bottom of the 6th, about to take off here at Athletic Park. It'll be the 1-2-3 hitters for the Mavericks: David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright. Salguero is leading off here in the 6th. He led off in the 4th inning and singled. Gets ahead in a 2-0 count. Salguero has already walked twice this game. And the third pitch is up high again from Kopjar. Makes the count 3-0. Salguero looking to be walked for the 3rd time this game and get on base for the 4th time. And he's going to do so in 4 pitches. The leadoff batter for the Mavericks is aboard here in the 6th after the walk. Salguero stole home his last time on the bases. We'll see what he can do here in the 6th. Carson Johnson steps up to the plate here in the 6th inning for the 4th time. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. Singled with an RBI in the 4th. And grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning, but got an RBI out of that as well. First pitch is up high. It's 1-0 from Quentin Kopjar. Second pitch from Kopjar, called strike on the outside corner. Good placement, getting back into the count. Another called strike from Kopjar there in the same spot, outside corner. Keeping it away from Carson Johnson. Anything inside for him, and he usually puts the barrel on it. And a slider from Kopjar, not enough break on it, stays inside of the plate. It's 2-2 as Johnson lays off that one. And Johnson's going to slap this one deep in the left field. It's going to drift into foul territory. He poked at it but couldn't keep it fair. Keeps the count 2-2 after the foul ball. Two and two, and Johnson's going to poke at another one, and with that one, the third baseman, Bryce O'Farrell, grabs it out of the air and throws it over to first for the 5-3 double play. Salguero was taken off for a second, and he didn't realize that the ball didn't bounce. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th.
The catcher, number 25, Colton Wright.
Home run challenge, 1 out.
Colton Wright now at the plate. It's an 0-1 count. Colton Wright is 0 for 3 so far this game. And Wright's gonna pop this one up high into short center. Jakob Shields backs onto it and gets the 3rd out of the 6th inning. We're going into the top of the 7th now with the Mavs still up 9-0.
Right take a look down the first baseline, and we got the home team home run challenge coming up, brought to you by Tori Matson.
Golden Right now 0 for 4 on the day.
And what do we got going on down there? Who are our contestants tonight there?
Hey everyone, I'm down in the field with JP and Lola. They're here playing the home team.
We're now into the top of the 7th with Matt Brooks taking the mound again for the Mavericks. Through 6 innings, he's given up no runs to the Bombers on 3 hits and no walks. Through those 6 innings, Brooks has struck out 7 Bombers batters. Connor Hilburn once, Damian Rodriguez once, Andrew Lego once, and Lane Fleming and Lino Figueroa both 2 times. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Bombers here in the 7th inning. Connor Hilburn, Damian Rodriguez, and Bryce O'Farrell. Connor Hilburn is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he grounded out into a 5-4-3 double play in the 4th inning. Damian Rodriguez and Bryce O'Farrell are both 1 for 2 with Rodriguez striking out 1 so far. 9-0 for the Mavericks here in the top of the 7th.
Folks, take a look at the top of time program ad. Looking for another signature. And if you go to your top of time ad, looking for number 20, Sal Rodriguez. If you have that signature of Sal Rodriguez, you just want a free combo meal courtesy of top of time. But that's not all in the number of locations. Bring the winning ad to the team at the office to collect your profits.
Connor Hilburn now stepping up to the plate. 3, 4, 5 hitters, Hilburn, Damian Rodriguez, and Bryce O'Farrell.
Starting off the designated hitter number 10, Connor Hilburn.
Connor Hilburn, the DH for the Bombers, 0 for 2 so far. First pitch from Brooks is up high. 1-0 at the plate. And Hilburn's going to hit this one hard in the left field. He's going to be around first, heading for second, and he'll hold up halfway there. And it's a leadoff base hit for the Bombers. One on and nobody out now here in the top of the 7th. Connor Hilburn gets his first hit of the evening. Hilburn now 1 for 3 after the leadoff single.
KJ, do you have cell 3 by chance? Do I have what? You have cell 3, don't you?
So is that the right one?
I don't know. It's just I was looking at my phone. I'm like, what the hell is it paired to? Like my Bluetooth.
Damian Rodriguez now at the plate. He singled in the 4th inning. We'll see what he can do after the Connor Hilburn single. It's 1 ball and no strikes at the plate. And that makes it 2-0. Second pitch is left outside from Brooks.
Sorry, what did you want me to say last call for? You wanted last call for ice cream, is that right?
2 balls, no strikes, and Damian Rodriguez calls time at the plate.
My cat's gonna destroy this.
2-0. And the third pitch is called strike on the outside corner. Brooks is keeping it away from Rodriguez here. Doesn't want to allow him to get too much of the bat on this ball. Mavericks still up 9-0. Brooks trying to keep it that way. Keep this one scoreless in the 7th.
Last call for the ice cream. Last call.
Rodriguez is going to foul off another one. And that'll make the count 2-2 here in the 7th inning with no outs and 1 on for the Bombers. Bombers now getting their 4th hit this game after the Hilburn single. Another foul ball from Rodriguez. This one over top of the grandstand.
We've got a couple of draws here from Safety Net. And some winners, Remy Thatcher.
Count is still 2-2 after the foul ball.
From Safety Net in that draw. And also Rita White. You were drawn for the first aid kit, courtesy of Safety Net.
Third straight foul ball from Damian Rodriguez. Rodriguez is battling at the plate. Extending this at bat and taking every opportunity he can. Brooks with the pitch, and that one's going to be lined right back to him off his leg. And Rodriguez is going to have his second base hit of the game. That one right off of Brooks' leg. He turned and it hit him in the back of the thigh. And there's now 2 on for the Bombers. Looks like Brooks is going to be okay. Nobody coming out to check on him. He seems to be all right. Two on now here in the 7th inning with nobody out. Connor Hilburn on second and Damian Rodriguez on first for the Bombers. And this one is lifted high in the air from Bryce O'Farrell to the warning track. David Salguero makes a catch and he throws it into the infield, and there's 1 out. Now here in the 7th as Bryce O'Farrell flies out to center field. Britt Logan steps up to the plate for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2 so far. Flew out to the left fielder, Jackson Hoagie, in the 2nd inning, and grounded out to Nolan Radeye, the 2nd baseman, in the 5th. Britt Logan comes on with 2 on and 1 out. Double play is in effect for the Mavericks. We'll see if they can end the inning here in this at-bat. First pitch, Logan swings on, and he's going to foul it off behind the stands, behind the first base line. Makes the count 0-1. Brooks with 2 hits this inning gets them to 5 so far this game. And the pitch is in the dirt from Brooks. Colton Wright blocks it in front of him. It gets away a little, but no runners advance. Colton Wright with a good arm keeps him on their base.
I just sat in my car park, got a chair at about 10 o'clock, and I just watched that freaking show out by Cypress there, and it looked like a war zone. It didn't stop. It didn't stop. It didn't get a break.
Count at the plate is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 7th inning, and 2 on for the Bombers. Bombers currently down 9-0 to the Mavericks. And it's a called strike at the plate. Brooks finds the outside bottom corner again. He's had success there all game. One and 2 now. And it's a foul ball from Logan. And a wild pitch just gets between the legs of Colton Wright. Gets down towards the backstop, and the runners do advance on that wild pitch. Two and 2 now is the count to Britt Logan. And it's 3-2. Brooks can't find that outside corner that he's been going to. That one just missing. It looked like it hit the same spot that it did before. Full count now. Good eye from Britt Logan. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for the Bombers. And Logan's going to foul one off again, this time into the stands behind that first base line. And we get some action in the Mavericks bullpen. Julian Lee is warming up for the Mavericks. And Logan's going to fly this one high into right field. Jordan Dre is under it. The runners are going to advance. There's a play at home. And Connor Hilburn slides in safely for the Brooks' first run of the game. Damian Rodriguez advances to third base. There's now 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And the score is now 9-1. Mavericks still lead. Andrew Lego steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning and lined out to the first baseman, Sal Rodriguez, in the 5th. 1-0 count at the plate. Brooks just gave up the first run of the game. Here in the 7th, there's another runner on third for the Bombers with 2 outs. And it's a 2-0 count, 2 straight pitches outside. Andrew Lego watching them go by. He's looking to get on for the first time this game.
So what are your shifts usually, like 6 hours?
I'm on air 5-hour shifts. So mine's the shortest, but that's also because I'm the music.
And Lego is going to ground this one towards Nolan Radai. And the 4-3 gets a third out of the 7th inning. We're now through 6.5. Bombers get 1 run in the top of the 7th. Mavericks still lead 9-1. Mavericks with 7 hits. And the Bombers with 5 hits so far this game. Going into the bottom of the 7th, Mavericks lead 9-1.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jam. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mavericks. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's one.
Quentin Kopjar steps back onto the mound here in the 7th inning. So far, he's thrown 2 1/3 innings. He's only given up 3 of the Mavericks' runs so far this game. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Mavericks here in the 7th inning. Zach Gray will lead us off here in the 7th. He's 0 for 2 so far. And then Sal Rodriguez, who's 1 for 1 with 2 walks. And Radai, who's 1 for 2 with a walk so far this game.
There's actually more practice, like, do we remember the lyrics? Yeah.
Starting off for your Mavericks, put your hands together, make some noise. The designated hitter number 31, Zach Gray.
Zach Gray steps up to the plate here in the 7th inning to lead us off. Bottom of the 7th now. Mavericks still lead the Brooks Bombers 9-1. Brooks gets 1 run in the top of the 7th. Mavericks looking for run number 10 of the game here in the 7th inning. Zach Gray is 0 for 2 so far, and he was hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th inning. Gray is going to ground this one towards Jakob Shields. He bobbles it, but still makes a grab and a throw. Gray is out on the 4-3 to start off the bottom of the 7th.
What up for the first baseman number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
No, there's a little tab you pull from the bottom. And then there's a button.
1 out now in the bottom of the 7th with nobody on. Sal Rodriguez steps up to the plate. And he hits this one hard and deep to left field. That one's at the warning track. Hits the wall. And Rodriguez has a stand-up double here in the 7th inning. Just about over. He hit that one hard. The line drive hits the wall 350 feet away. Rodriguez is now 2 for 2 today with 2 walks as well. He's got on base 4 times already this evening. Nolan Radeye is going to step up to the plate now, and he'll foul off the first pitch he sees into the stands. 0-1 count to Radeye. Radeye is 1 for 2 so far. He walked and scored in the 4th inning and got an RBI single and scored in the 5th. 2 runs so far for Radeye. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. 1-1 count to Radeye. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th with a runner in scoring position. Sal Rodriguez on second base for the Mavericks. And Radeye is going to foul off another one down the third baseline. Makes the count 1-2 after a ball and 2 fouls. Kopchar still on the mound for the Bombers. He'll send in the 4th pitch of the at-bat. And Radeye is going to hit this one high to center field. And that one lands right into Andrew Lego's glove. He didn't have to move far for that one. 2 outs now here in the 7th inning.
2 out for the third baseman, number 4, Louis Candura.
Radeye is now 1 for 3 so far today. And Candura steps up to the plate. Candura is 1 for 3 today with an RBI. He singled and scored in the 4th inning and grounded out in the 5th inning with an RBI. Two-0 count at the plate. Candura gets ahead. Watches the first 2 go by outside. Swings through the 3rd pitch. That one was down low. Outside of the zone. Makes the count 1-2. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. There's a runner on second, Sal Rodriguez. Quentin Kopchar trying to get out of the 7th inning here, not allowing that run to come around. And Candura is going to pop this one up high into center field. Andrew Lego is going to walk onto it and make the grab. That's 3 outs now here in the bottom of the 7th. We're going into the 8th inning, with the Mavericks still leading the Bombers 9 runs to 1.
Slingshot action out there. Let's bring our contestants out. Kimmy, who do we have going?
Mavericks now have 8 hits this game. 8 hits and 9 runs. The Brooks Bombers have 5 hits and 1 run. We got a pitching change from the Mavericks here in the 8th inning. Julian Lee was warming up, and now he enters the game. Julian Lee steps onto the mound, making his 5th appearance out of the bullpen. Through 4 appearances pitching so far this year, he's pitched 4 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 4 earned runs. He's walked 2 batters and struck out 5. He has an 0-1 record with a 6.00 ERA. Julian Lee is a regular left fielder, and when he doesn't play left field, sometimes he's a utility pitcher for the Mavericks. Julian Lee making his 5th appearance of the year on the mound. Comes into the game with a 9-1 lead. And only 2 innings left for the Bombers to come back in this one.
little still from what I heard. It's all good.
Here in the 8th inning, Julian Lee now on the mound for the Mavericks. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters for the Bombers, Lane Fleming, Lino Figueroa, and Jacob Shields. Fleming and Figueroa both 0 for 2, both striking out twice. Jacob Shields is 0 for 3 this game. He hasn't struck out yet. Matt Brooks went 7 innings strong for the Mavericks. He had 1 run on 5 hits and 7 strikeouts through 7 innings. He threw 100 pitches exactly, 69 strikes and 31 balls. Lane Fleming, the first baseman for the Bombers, steps up to the plate for the 3rd time here in the 8th inning. And the first pitch, he's going to line into center field, and he'll have a leadoff base hit. Good contact there on the first pitch from Julian Lee. The line drive into center field gets a runner on for the Bombers, their 6th hit of the evening. Lino Figueroa steps up to the plate now for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 6th inning. Steps up to the plate with 1 on and nobody gone. Lane Fleming on first for the Bombers. First pitch of the at-bat is in there. Called strike on the inside corner. Count at the plate to Figueroa is 0-1. And Figueroa is going to line this one into left field. High in the air, Jackson Hoagie gets under it. And he's retired for the 3rd time this game. 1 out now here in the 8th inning. Jacob Shields steps up to the plate now for the 4th time. He's the top of the order batter for the Bombers. Shields is 0 for 3 this game. He comes on with 1 out. A runner on first base for the Bombers. Double plays in effect for the Mavericks. Julian Lee looking to get out of this 8th inning with no runs allowed for the Mavs. Keep that 8-run lead intact for the Mavericks. First pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Lee catches the outside corner on the second pitch. Lee makes the count 1-1. Jacob Shields still looking to get on for the first time today, and he'll swing right through the 3rd offering from Lee. Off-speed pitch finds the lower half of the strike zone, and a fool Shields makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still 1 out and 1 on for the Bombers. Current score is 9-1 for the Mavericks. And Shields is going to go down swinging. Lee gets the 2nd out of the 8th inning. First strikeout for Julian Lee this game.
Ticket number 58965. 58965. If you got that winning 50-50 ticket, take it to the ticket office now to claim your prize. Shortstop number 6, Connor Morrow.
Connor Morrow is 1 for 3 this game. He singled in the 4th inning. Steps up to the plate, and he lines this one hard into center field. Straight to Salguero. He barely has to move for that one. And the top of the 8th is now over after the leadoff single from Lane Fleming. 3 straight are retired. And the top of the 8th is over with the Mavericks still leading 9-1. Brooks now with 6 hits after the Fleming single.
We got some chips to give away.
MHMavericks still lead the Brooks Bombers 9-1 going into the bottom of the 8th inning. And we'll have a pitching change for the Bombers here in the bottom of the 8th. Now pitching for the Bombers, it's number 17, Cale Thornton.
Next game brought to you by Net Training Services providing corporate and community first aid training and supplies for more than 10 years. And those chips were courtesy of Old Dutch Chip Giveaway.
Cale Thornton, just like Quentin Kopjar, is making his 13th appearance out of the bullpen this year. Through 12 appearances, he's pitched 20 in 2/3 innings. He's given up 34 hits, 25 runs, 20 of them earned. He's walked 11 batters and has 20 strikeouts so far. Cale Thornton has a 1-2 record so far this year with a 6.77 ERA. Thornton comes here into the 8th inning. Gonna go up against the 8-9-1 hitters Jordan Dre, Jackson Hoagie, and David Salguero. Dre is 1 for 3 so far with a 3 RBI double, and he also got an RBI in the 5th inning. He has 4 RBI on the evening, leading the offense for the Mavericks. Jackson Hoagie is 1 for 2, and Salguero is 1 for 1 with 3 walks. He's reached base 4 times this game. First pitch from Thornton is a fastball down low. Can't find a strike zone. It's a 1-0 count. And Dre is going to foul one off over top of the stands down the first base line. Makes the count 1-1. Counts 1-1 at the plate. And Dre is going to line this one deep into left field. That's fair. And Dre is going for second. He'll stop halfway there. Good throw in from left field. Dre with his second base hit of the game. Jordan Dre with a leadoff single to start the bottom of the 8th. It'll be the number 9 hitter, Jackson Hoagie now. The left fielder is 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 4th. He flew out to Damian Rodriguez in right field in the 5th inning. Comes up here in the 8th with 1 on and nobody out. And he'll ground this one towards Connor Morrow at shortstop. Jakob Shields at second makes the throw. It's a 6-4-3 double play here in the 8th inning for the Bombers.
On the order now for the Mavericks. The center fielder, number 2, David Salguero.
Salguero steps up to the plate now with nobody on and 2 outs. And Salguero is going to hit this one high in the air towards center field. He'll make the grab, and that ends the 8th inning with the Mavericks still leading 9-1. Leadoff hit from Jordan Dre, and in a double play and a flyout to center field will end the inning.
Don't forget, folks, after the game, head on down to Days Off Pub. You get those specials courtesy of our Days Off Pub slingshot cost, $4.25 eyeballs, and 30-cent wings. Check it out at Days Off Pub, the official pub of the MHMavericks. And join us every home game from 6 to 6:45 and take advantage of the Mavericks happy hour. Brought to you by Maine Liner Pub, the home of Medicine Hat's best weekend karaoke.
Top of the 9th now, and Alex Andres is pitching for the Mavericks. Alex Andres gets the pitch on his birthday here in a 9-1 game. Mavericks lead. It's Andres' 20th birthday, the hometown kid from Medicine Hat. Andres is making his second appearance of the season.
Mr. Lou, put your hands together for the birthday boy on the mound, number 30, Alex Andres.
Andres so far in his one appearance through 1 inning, giving up 3 hits and 3 runs. He walked another batter and struck out 1. His ERA is at 21, so we'll see if he can lower that here on his 20th birthday. Second appearance for Andres this year. It's 9-1 going into the top of the 9th. Mavericks still lead. Brooks have a big mountain to climb here in the 9th inning. It'll be the 3-4-5 hitters, Connor Hilburn, Damian Rodriguez, and Bryce O'Farrell. Hilburn's 1 for 3, Rodriguez 2 for 3, and Bryce O'Farrell's 1 for 3 as well. Hilburn and Rodriguez have both struck out once this game.
Congratulations to our 50-50 winner, Valerie Tobler. Congratulations. Top of the 9th inning for the Bombers, brings to the plate the 3-4-5 hitters, starting it off, the designated hitter number 10, Connor Hilburn.
Connor Hilburn, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate. He singled and scored in the 7th inning. He's the only run so far for the Bombers this game. First pitch from Andres is outside. It's a 1-0 count. Called strike at the plate. That one finds the inside corner. It's 1-1. And Hilburn gets a hold of that one. He connected well with the ball, but can't keep it fair. He hits it high over top of the wall in foul territory. 1-2 count now to Connor Hilburn. Alex Andres looking for the first out of the 9th inning. One and 2 to Hilburn. And the 4th pitch is going to be in the dirt. Wright keeps it in front of him. 2-2 at the plate.
Like an all-time or from the radio station?
And Hilburn's going to lift this one high in the air in the infield. Carson Johnson is under it. He'll make the grab, and there's now 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Bombers now down to their last 2 outs of the game.
The right fielder, number 23, Damon Rodriguez. Am I doing last call for the bar?
Damian Rodriguez at the plate. And the first pitch he sees is a called strike. Alex Andres gets ahead. It's 0-1. 0-1 count with nobody on and 1 out. Second pitch is outside. Makes the count 1-1.
But any, like, would you be like any of the singles that the Beatles when they went on their own, right? And they went their separate ways?
Some of them, I mean, leaning more towards Paul's stuff. A couple of George's, John's.
1 ball, 1 strike now to Damian Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is going to foul one off. Back into the netting behind home plate. Makes the count 1-2.
He really wasn't much. He just Staying on the ground.
It was like Paul just put out another album.
Alex Andres gets ahead again. Count is 1-2 at the plate. Bombers down to the last 2 outs of the game. And Rodriguez is going to ground one towards Sal Rodriguez at first. And he'll step on first base. Gets the second out of the 9th inning. Alex Andres retires the first 2 batters of the 9th inning now. 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th. Bombers down to the last out of the game. And Bryce O'Farrell steps up to the plate. O'Farrell's 1 for 3 so far.
How many RBIs for Drake?
4. O'Farrell singled in the 2nd inning. And at the count, it's an 0-2 count. At the plate, it's an 0-2 count after the called strike. And the Bombers now down to their last strike of the game. Alex Andres looking for the punch out. And the slider's going to get him swinging. Alex Andres gets the strikeout to end the game. Mavericks win 9-1. 9-1, Mavericks win. Matt Brooks gets the win tonight. Juan Carrion picks up the loss for the Bombers. Mavericks improved to 31-7 on the season. And they play the Bombers tomorrow in Brooks. These two teams meet in Brooks tomorrow at 7:05. And then they play again here on Sunday at Athletic Park at 2:05. Tune in for the live stream at 2:05 local time on Sunday, July 21st to watch these two teams battle it out again here at Athletic Park. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game, and we hope to see you again.